Damn, so much for being so consistent. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Charles from the channel Books on Stereo, and I am here to talk about my 5 favorite books from the month of April. So April was a little bit of a decent reading month for me. I read about 54 books in the month of April. I had about 11 5-star reads, and I had 12 4-star reads. So basically, I enjoyed half of all the books that I read in the month of April. And so without further ado, let's get into the books. So let's talk about my first pick. I have The Miswick School of Musicraft by Jessica Corey. And this book is very similar to Harry Potter, but instead of using wands, in this world they use musical instruments to cast their spells. And we follow a young girl named Amelia Jones who dreams of going to the Miswick School of Musicraft to be just like her mother. So I absolutely love this on audio. The sound design was absolutely fantastic. And one really cool thing about the audiobook is that they actually hired children musicians to make some music to accompany the story, so you got to hear a little bit of the music that they were talking about while you were reading the story. And the characters and the writing were absolutely brilliant, and the plot contained a decent amount of surprises that I wasn't expecting. So all around, this was a really solid middle grade read. Then I have Once a Myth by Pepper Winters. And this is the first book in the Goddess Isles series. And first off, this is a dark romance centered around the topic of human trafficking and sex workers. So like, I know that sounds like super dark, right? So in this book, we follow a young girl named Eleanor who was sold to this billionaire man named Sullivan. And Sullivan owns this very lush, a beautiful tropical island where he basically runs a high-end brothel. And that was basically our whole setup to the entire book. And so this book was extremely steamy, so well paced, and just so entertaining. I could not put this book down. Up next is Nice Girls Don't Have Fangs by Molly Harper. So imagine True Blood but funnier, and you get this book. So we basically follow a down on her luck librarian who gets accidentally killed in a very hilarious accident and is then turned into a vampire. And the rest of the story is just her adjusting to this new normal. The plot of this book was absolutely excellent. It had so many twists and turns that I did not see coming, and incorporated a lot of other different genres besides the romance genre in this one. Like, you get a little bit of mystery, you get a little bit of thriller, and you get a little bit of horror in this, which I absolutely loved. And so this book seriously has everything that I love in one book and has so much going for it. And even the side characters are so well developed in this book that I could read future books on these characters. That's how well developed these characters are. And the writing is absolutely hilarious and so witty and so sharp, and the dialogue is just pure perfection. And this is the first book in the Jane Jameson series, and I cannot wait to get to the second book. Now on to Final Girls by Riley Sager. Now this is a reread for me. I read it back when it came out in 2017 and absolutely hated it. I gave it a 1 out of 5 stars. But when I read Lock Every Door by the same author, I started to see Sager's work in a brand new light. And I was curious to see if I would like any of his previous work, so I decided to go back to his first ever published novel and see if I like it. And man, I did. I absolutely loved this book the second time around. Just everything worked for me so well in this reread. The plot, the characters, the writing, all just worked so well for me, and they were just absolutely fantastic. And so yeah, I'm so happy I gave this book another shot. And finally, I have Night Chaser by Amanda Boucher. And this is a sci-fi romance and my very first sci-fi romance. And damn, this was just so good. So essentially in this book, we follow Tess and her rebel crew in their fight against the ruler of the galaxy. And what sets this plot in motion is when this very same crew steals something that is very valuable to the Empire. However, upon escape, their ship gets damaged and they must land in like this really sketchy part of the galaxy. And once they have landed, they now need to find someone to help fix their ship. And our captain, Tess, manages to find this local mechanic named Slade. But like with all romance books, things do get a little complicated between these two characters, especially when you mix in the fact that Slade is a bounty hunter who has to bring Tess and her crew in, and then you factor in that Tess and Slade are kind of having a will they won't they type of relationship going on. And this was so action-packed, and I so enjoyed my time reading this book, and I can't wait to get to the other books in this trilogy. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know down in the comment section down below some of the books that you have read and loved in the month of April, and also stay safe. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in a brand new video. Bye!